into fruition until this season, right? So in a previous opportunity, Wealth Builders Worldwide came into fruition and the brand was created. And now because of that brand, we're all here. And so one of the things that Mr. Best taught me, and especially when I first started getting into the power calls and started learning about, becoming a leader and stepping up to the plate is, we all have different mantras, right? We have different things that we say. Like even when you come in, brother, Ashar, you talk about gold man. Yeah, that's me. It's what people remember you by, right? It's that value that you create when your presence is there, right? When you show up, people are an expectation of who you are, right? And what you represent. So when it comes to branding, guys, all we're doing is we're literally extending who we are, right? So when people think about me, when I first came into our previous opportunity, right? I was known as the young guy that was a previous financial advisor, all that kind of stuff. But over time, between myself and either brother Dante, we're the Taylor gang. We if it ain't tailor made, it ain't fashion, right? So it was those little mantras that people remember you by. And even when it comes to your business, all we're doing, guys, in this space is we're creating value and we are creating a place where people can remember what we're talking about, right? People can remember why they made a decision to want to partner up with you anyway. And so when it comes to a brand and you're extending who you are, people are like, okay, so when I think about Matthew, I think about the garden. I think about, he was an advisor. So, he's all about growing. He's all about cultivation. And so what are people thinking about when they think about you, right? And so even when it comes to GSPartners, and you've got Mr. Joseph Height and Alexandra Coach. I mean, every time you talk to Mr. Height, you're always thinking about, okay, he's a billionaire, he's a visionary, right? He's a people person, right? GSPartners is a conglomerate of people who are seeking to build value and legacy and education for everybody, education. So you're thinking about you're thinking about all those things, but every time, it's just consistently coming to the bat, saying the same message. But when you have a consistent message that people begin to see you by, that's when you're developing a brand. And so what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and introduce this phenomenal woman, because I believe everything happened for a reason. She probably needed to be represented real quick.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and bring in. And here's the thing, guys. When people think of leadership, when people think about empowering women, right, going throughout traveling and speaking, they think about this person. They think about this person who's written books, right? I'm a little biased, because that's my cousin right there. But she's done some phenomenal things, guys, and she knows how to brand herself. That's why she's so successful. Even on Facebook, guys, she sponsors almost 300 people using social media because she's branded herself, and she's done it consistently through the years. That's why she's had so much success, even in GSPartners, and that's how she attracts so many people. So I'm going to go ahead and give the floor to Dr. Cousin Lakeisha McKnight. Come on up here.
All right. Listen, Dr. Dominic Curry must have just tore the mic up, the computer up, everything. I was like, where did I go? I was gone. I don't know what was going on, but I'm excited to be here. Nonetheless, guys, listen, Mr. Taylor said a mouthful by himself. I mean, he pretty much shut it down, so I think we're good. Anybody ready to get started? So he pretty much said it all. He said a lot. But I'm excited to be here with you all. And yes, branding is the topic. Branding is indeed the topic. And I want to share with you just a couple of nuggets that I do have written down. But yes, when most people think about, myself, I want them to come away with an experience. And that's one thing I want you to understand when it comes to branding. It's all about an experience that you create. Now, I've gleaned this through observing many powerful brands out there. Many of you probably think about, when you think about French fries, you might think of a certain company. Now, I'm not going to mention any names on the stream, but you think about the Golden Arches, you like, right? That's the first thing that pops up. You think about a certain company when it comes to coffee, right? It's a popular company out there you think about. Okay, so these are some things that I want you to understand, but then also what's most important is the experience. When people walk away from you being in your presence after you exit a room, whether it's virtual or in person, what is the experience? What is it that comes to mind when they think about you? Your name. That is what you want to be remembered for. You want to be remembered for something positive. And so you might see back there, this is something special, as you might see. Okay. This is just a Zoom background. Okay. But it's also important to branding, right? See, when you're doing things like this, and I learned this a while ago, I've been doing videos since, goodness, 2009. Okay, I've been doing videos since 2009, and it didn't all start like this. It didn't start like this at all. When I went back and I looked at some of them videos, I said the lighting is terrible. I was my worst critique. But I was like, what in the world? I was like, what was I doing? I looked like a baby too. That was another point. Now I know many of you are probably on the platform and like it was just thinking, this is all about millennials, right? Now I'm on that borderline. If you just wanted to know, I'm on the borderline of crossing over. And I know Mr. Taylor about the
1 month, guys. She just made the cut to being a millennial. 1 month. If she was a month later, she'd have been a Generation Y or one of them others. So we kind of said, okay, well, we'll granddaughter you in, let you slide into being a millennial.
Appreciate you. But yeah, I just slid in there, really. So listen, I'm just truly excited about all of this. And so, yeah, you want to just consider a couple of things when it comes to branding. And so, yes, videos wasn't always like, what it is with the Leadership TKO live night show. And I want you, when you look at these streams that I actually host and I conduct, I want you to pay attention to a couple of things that's done. Not only pay attention to the background, right? But I want you to listen to the words spoken. Okay, what are some, if you consistently watch the show, you'll probably know that I say certain things repetitively, right? And that can be a whole nother stream and a whole nother session all by itself, just doing live streams by itself. But I do have a couple of things that I want to share with you. I call it the map. Now, it's not what you're thinking about. It's not what you're thinking about, okay? And we're not taking anything away from the map. I would do a pop quiz right now to find out, what does the map stand for? Many of you should know on the platform what it stands for, right? But the map, when it comes to branding, I just wanted to create an acronym so that you can easily remember. And it really stands for 3 categories. The first one I have is message, right? M is for message. What is it that you want to communicate? Now, granted, we are a part of a blockchain-based referral company. Most of us, if you're not connected yet, we're going to encourage you to come on board. Okay, we're going to encourage you to come on board. And as a matter of fact, be sure to get back with the person who invited you here so that you can be on board. Okay, now listen, the other point that I also want to mention here, okay, when it comes to your message, there are a couple of points you want to consider. Your audience, who are you speaking to? Who are you speaking to? Okay, because your audience will dictate how, like even the type of words you're going to use. If I went to a corporation, a Fortune 500 company, right? I'm not going to go in there speaking a different type of jargon in front of them. I'm not going to go in front of, some corporate leaders and say, let's just keep it 100. They're going to look at me and say, what? What is really going on? So it's all about jargon, your language. What are you using? And so that's why I enjoy individuals like Eric Thomas. He'll go into presentations, and many of you know him. He'll tell you. He'll keep on a button down. He'll put on some J's. He'll tell you in his videos, because he knows who he's talking to. He's talking to young people. His audience is young people. My audience, when I speak to individuals, we're talking about individuals who are between the ages of 21 right? And around the mid-50s. Now, the reason why I say that is because these are individuals who got some coin. He may have a little coin, okay? You gotta have a little coin. And most of them, right there, they have some level of flow somewhere. When we're talking about flow, we're talking about some level of income, okay? Some level of income. Most of them, I'm not saying all of them do, but most of them do, okay? And so one thing you want to think about and consider when it comes to branding, is thinking about that message. Oh, we have the dream maker himself on here, so you already know. I just saw him pop up. Look, but you know, that's the master brander right there. He won't say that, but he is. He is. But listen, this is all about the message, your audience, who it is that you're speaking to, knowing ahead of time who you're speaking to. Okay, I like to know who's in the audience. I want to be, you know, sensitive to the culture of the people there. Who is listening to the show, the stream? You want to be careful, because if you're going to come in there, you're going to share some type of joke, make sure that it's not going to be offensive. Okay. Now, granted, there are going to be some people who are more sensitive than others, right? But there's nothing that you really can do about that portion. Okay, people's level of sensitivity is different. So audience, platform, what platform are you using? Are you on Zoom? Okay, are you on some of these other platforms that allows you to stream to multiple platforms at one time? Are you going to be on YouTube? Periscope? I don't know how many people use that still. Okay, Instagram Live. I mean, all of these different platforms out there that you can use. I chose to stick with Facebook because it's just too, and the voice of our mentor, Mr. Dalco, it's just too much. I can't do all the different platforms, just too much. Okay. So think about also packaging. Now, some people say, well, why did you do that? I just like to have something to give to people, because if I'm talking with you right now and they want something beyond what I'm sharing with them, I'll direct them to a website where they can get the book and learn about it more in detail. They'll learn about, you know, leadership TKO, 12 truths to implement to become a winning leader. Because when you come onto the live streams, what do you hear? Okay, because the purpose, what we're here to do is empower leaders just like you with the ability to win. How? From the inside out. Growing what? How many of you know? Your influence, your impact, and your income. That's it. Everybody knows it. And so packaging is indeed critical. And then frequency. How often are you going to do it? How often are you going to go live? How often are you going to share your message? Okay, some people say, listen, I can't do every night. Now, granted, some nights, it just won't happen. If there's a conflict, now, right now, I'm supposed to be going live. Literally, right now, I'm supposed to be doing the Leadership TKO live night show. Okay, because it's every night at 7:30. But there are moments where, you know, people know that I'm doing something different, or if God says, not tonight, it just won't happen. Okay. But frequency, you want to be consistent. Oh, that word right there. Consistency. Okay. If you're going to go live twice a week, and I know Mr. Best encourages us to go live often. Okay. That's a way to take massive action in sharing what we have. And again, that can be a whole nother talk. Okay. Going live and how to say, what to share, how to become a bit more comfortable, you know, in front of the camera. What if you forget to say something? I often say this. I know that whatever it is that I'm supposed to say, it's going to be said. I'm just going to trust and believe that whatever it is I'm supposed to say will be said. If I left something out, no one knows. No one knows that I forgot something, unless you said, oh man, I forgot. That's when you make it obvious. Oops, I'm sorry. Why are we apologizing? Why are we apologizing? You have to be confident as you're delivering the information. Don't apologize the whole time. And be careful about your filler words. And right, see, yep. Like just filler extra. Okay, here's an inside nugget. I used to be a Toastmaster. Now, here, listen, I can't help that when someone begins talking and they begin to say words over and over and over again, and they say it repetitively, in my brain, I'm like, dang, guess what? Ding, that's two. Now, I often say words as well, and I pick up on it. And you know who is my critic? My husband. He will. Mr. McKnight will tell me, you know, you said that word quite a few times when you were talking, which is really good. I love it. I need that. I need that so that it helps me to become better. Okay, so again, tone as well. Can you imagine if I had like the dry eye commercial guy tone? Dry eyes, like just terrible. Everybody would be asleep on the platform. Everybody. So inflect your voice, emphasize certain words. Okay. If you're sharing your story, and I know Mr. Best will love this point, share your story. Everyone may be in GS Partners, but what makes you unique is your story. Your story. What happened? What was going on before you came to GS Partners? What made you make the decision that you did to come on board? And then share what is happening. How is life different? People are going to connect with you for a couple of reasons. They're going to say, man, she or he is authentic. She's real. Don't try to memorize your story. Not word for word, because people can tell when you memorize something like that. Okay? Just memorize the main things. Know the main things. It's you. It's you. Okay? But be authentic. Be authentic. They want to get to know you. If you don't let them in, they're not going to know. They're going to say, all I see on the timeline is an ad. And they're not joining ads. They're not locking arms and partnering with an ad. They're partnering with a human being, a person. And if you notice on my timeline, I don't post my link. Here's another point. We don't want to encourage people to go research. So when you plaster everything on your timeline, guess what's going to happen? They're going to become Inspector Gadget. Expect, you know what I mean? They're going to be right on, and that used to be my favorite cartoon. But listen, they're going to be right on Google, just looking it up. Now, we're not going to be able to prevent them, a lot of people from doing it. They're going to do it anyway, right? They're going to do a lot of this stuff anyway. But we don't want to encourage and look, let me go and look. Okay, we want to inspire curiosity. People are going to want to come on board because of results. What are they seeing? Like, gradually, as your lifestyle changes, show them that. It's okay to show a little something. That's why I like when Mr. Delco go to these islands and he showed those photos. I said, go ahead, Mr. Delco. I'm so excited. I get so excited. Like, I picture myself right over there with him. Because it's amazing. Like, that's the lifestyle that people want. Why do you think he has people like on a waiting list, waiting to sign up? Because they see the results. They're like, man, what in the world's going on with them? Like, I want to be in with them. Okay. So tone and lifestyle, listen, appearance, your appearance is everything. If you go on there and you have not combed your hair, like you showing pictures and it's just, like, you don't have to be perfect. This is not perfect. I put on a little bit of eyeshadow, some lip gloss, and I'm like, I'm here. Right? This is it. Now, of course, I can do much more, but I'm not going to be all glamored up. Okay, every day, 7:30 p.m. That's a lot. And again, that's too much. That's too much. No. Okay, colors. Look at that. Look at the shirt. What have you noticed? What have you noticed? What have you noticed? This is I'm not going to be weird. That's a little hot. But what have you noticed? Everything is consistent. Everything is consistent. Images, pictures, right? What do you see in the logo in the back? These are just examples. Now this is the reason why I have a lot of this, and I'm not encouraging everybody to do all of what I have. The reason why I do this is because as a part of what I do, I speak and I go to various places. And so when that happens, people like to see things. And you can show them these things when you're doing live streams or you're on Zoom. You can show them these things. You can have it if necessary. Props. Okay, props is what works. Shirts, you see the shirt, sometimes you can sport your GSPartners. Like if you're gonna have something on there, make sure it's in compliance. You don't want to do something that's just, be careful, read, ask questions, what you're able to do and what you're not able to do. Okay, so just be aware of that. So message, that's the M. And for the A, that's appearance. And I kind of went over that already with the colors, images, attire, and props. Okay, again, appearance is colors, images, attire, and props. Again, these are just some extra things if you want to be inclusive or branded. And then the P stands for posture. Now, there's a lot I can say about that. There's a lot I can say. Because you're going to have people who say, and I know Mr. Best can vouch for this one. You can vouch for this one. People may ask some questions. They may say, well, how much money have you made? It's a very good question. How much money would you like to make? Now, if I tell you $5 or if I tell you 10,000, you cannot get it in my pocket. So it does not make a difference, right? It doesn't make a difference. When people ask you questions or they give you these type of rejections, it's all because they're not sure, they're not confident in their ability. They're not confident in their ability yet. They're not confident about what they're able to achieve with the opportunity. And so we want to assure them by way of testimonials. We have testimonial videos, and being able to get on power calls where they hear all these voices of people who share what they've done and what they've achieved. They need to hear this. Okay, it encourages them to get on board. And your 3 ways. There you go, right there. Enough said. You get someone on a 3-way. Listen, get one of these powerful leaders on there, Mr. Taylor. Okay, get Goldman on there. Look, they're gonna say, how I register? What I gotta do to come on board? And they already know, like we're gonna have a real conversation. And once they see that I'm super real, 5-year-old and 8-year-old, okay, and they hear them in the background, look, they're like, if she could do it, no, I could do it too. I could do it too. And they're running around in the background, okay? So again, listen, message, appearance, posture, all of this is gonna help you to create an experience. An experience. So that people say, you know what? Whatever she's doing, I'm gonna do it. I had people come on board just from watching the videos. And then at the end, I always add a call to action. If you're gonna do a live stream, people need to be told what to do. I know sometimes that may be uncomfortable for certain people. How am I gonna tell them what to do? People are not gonna know to inbox you. They're not gonna know, they may not know to say how, or you gotta let them know what you want them to do. So oftentimes you'll hear me say something like this. Would you like to learn how to get paid in Bitcoin and Ethereum instantly, 24/7? Type info below. You'll hear me say that a lot. And then I'll say, or make sure you get back with the person who invited you here or tagged you, because they want to help you as well. They want to help you get more information. And that's just to maintain integrity, because I want to make sure that if someone invited you here, for example, those of you on Facebook, make sure you do get with the person who invited you here, okay? So that you can get the information that you need to get on board. I'm enjoying this journey, and I'm even more inspired because like when you think about dream big, now Mr. Best will tell you, you're like, I didn't really come up with that concept, right? But when you think about the terms dream big or dream bigger, you are going to think about Mr. Best. You're going to think about Mr. Best. So again, There he goes. Branding is the key. Okay.
And look what he got on. Look what he got on. He got on his Wealth Builders Worldwide attire. You know why? He show up. He got his cap. He got his logo. He ready to go. He in uniform.
Ready to go. And so listen, I absolutely have to. And look, before we bring on Mr. Best, there is an individual that I want to come out because I invited her here, and I know I want her to share of her story as well, you know, our guest. And I know she was waiting patiently, and hopefully she still is here. And if she doesn't mind, listen, my guest is Miss Tiara Burke. She's a partner of mine, and she's a young person as well. So I said, you know what, let me bring her on here so she can share her story. So her name is Ms. Burke. Ms. Burke, come on out, and definitely, there she goes. Hey, Tiara, how you doing?
Hello, how are you?
Good. Listen, what I would love for you to do, Tiara, is just share what motivated you, okay? What motivated you to come on board and decide, I'm gonna come on board with GSPartners and really decide to do this? What was your motivation there?
My motivation was actually my daughter. I just always envisioned her having a better life than I did. And I was.
I think the sound went out a little bit.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so my motivation was my daughter. I always were looking for ways to kind of build generational wealth, not only for me, but for my family. And when I came across this company, I procrastinated a little bit, but then I was like, man, I keep spending all this money. I have things to show for it, but not really assets to pass on to my daughter. And when I jumped in, I dived in head first, and I'm just moving full force. I've been doing a lot of research so that when I contact other people and tell them about the company, I can be very knowledgeable. And I'm not trying to sell them anything. I'm just trying to be a living example. You know, I've always said I was going to be a millionaire. I didn't know how, but this company right here made that happen. So I'm like, this is it. It's the real thing.
Yes.
So that's pretty much it.
I like what you said. You said this company right here made that happen. She's speaking as though it is. Listen to her words.
Mm-hmm.
Listen to her words.
Before we move on, how old are you, Miss Tiara?
Yes.
Oh, you
I'm 35.
You asking a young woman how old she is.
Yep, I am.
I'm proud.
I did it. Don't beat me up, everybody.
If you can hear me, Tiara, if you don't mind.
Yes, I'm 35.
The reason why I asked though is because we have many different age groups, y'all, and I don't want anybody to feel as though that you can't do this, that you can't start a business, that you can't brand yourself no matter what. Hey, I'm 27. You feel what I'm saying? And we have people, I have a partner on my team who's 18, right? Brother just turned 18.
Right.
We got people all, like, that's the reason why I wanted to ask that, because we have different age, even on this Zoom right now, we have different age groups here. So I ain't mean no harm.
Oh, it's okay.
But yeah, so you came on board, Tiara, and you said, you know what, it's about time for you to take action. And so what did you decide to do when you came on board? What was the one thing that we helped you to get done?
The community node.
Boom.
And yes.
Wow. And let me tell you, y'all need to give her some hand claps, because this young lady, when I tell you what we had to go through, and she probably would say it was yeah, look. What happened for you to be able to get the funds and get it together so that you can solidify it? Like, what was going on?
So every time I tried to purchase my Bitcoins, my Ethereum, my bank institute kept stopping the payment. They wouldn't let me spend $1,500. They wouldn't let me spend $100. They wouldn't let me spend $6,000. They just kept stopping it. They kept telling me like, no. So I'm like, man, like, they know that it's this, they're done for. And they, no matter what I did, they just kept stopping. So it took me about a week just to get all the funds into my Bitcoin, my cryptocurrency. But they will not. And even now, when I use my debit card, it could be for $100, it could be for $10, it could be for $300. They will freeze my payment. And I'm like, the money is there, but they're controlling my funds. I have no control over it. I have to call them and ask for their permission to purchase something. I'm over it at this point.
And that's the reason why, you know, we're making these adjustments, because we want to be a part of a system that promotes freedom. And that is what GSPartners is enabling us to do, is enabling you to do. And you have positioned yourself in a great way, Tiara, obtaining your community node. And then also, of course, you have a subscription. Which subscription do you have?
Is it GSP?
The Premier?
The Premier, yes, I'm the Premier. Mm-hmm.
She has the Premier. She's all in, guys. And so anything else, Tiara, that you want to share with those on the platform?
Yes, I would like to share that there are a lot of different companies out there, a lot of different systems and programs. This is the real thing. Like, everything is not a scam. People are not, there are people out here that really wants to help you build generational wealth. And the way society has it set up, we're stuck in a box, and they want you to believe that your circumstances is just that, like you can't do anything better than it. I just want you to know that there is, like, God is always going to provide you an opportunity to better yourself. He's going to bless you. You just have to be obedient and be consistent, as she said, and just stick with it. That's all.
You all give Tiara some hand claps, some pluses in there. We appreciate you, Tiara, for sharing this information and your story with us. And we encourage you to stick around, because listen, the one who has inspired thousands, hundreds of thousands around the world, Network Marketing Hall of Famer, CEO of Wealth Builders Worldwide. He is about to share some golden nuggets with us, or at least share a word with us. And so is Mr. Ty Best. So definitely stick around, Tiara. Again, we appreciate you, and I'm glad that we have partnered up together.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Awesome. So with that being said, everybody, you already know I do want to invite to share a couple of words, Mr. Ty Best.
I'm telling you guys, I try to sneak in to eavesdrop to listen, because you guys know I start talking, get excited, and I go on for 30 minutes, and I really don't want to do that. Tara, congratulations to you. It's your story. See, it's new stories to build a business. Okay, no matter what I tell people I've done, it's like, yeah, he been doing this thing. Look, I've been doing this thing longer than Tiara been living. Okay, God Almighty, you guys make me feel so old when I get on the call. I'm like, I'm really like a granddaddy. I feel like Colonel Sanders or somebody. I'm like, these young folk. I'm just so impressed, and you don't understand what a head start you have on independence when you get in this thing and you're under 40. And for us, when you see this thing before you 40 years old, because we should say in the business. Anyway, I'm getting off track already. Before I get started, I want to say, hey, Mr. Glenn Perkins, hello, man. Say hello to everybody, Mr. Perkins.
Hey, good evening, everyone. Mr. Best, I'm like you.
I need another senior citizen to say something.
Yeah, I'm just trying to listen in, man. I am so excited about Dr. Lakeisha Knight. I see Malta sitting there, man, L. I just wanted to jump on and catch some knowledge, man. I'm like you, Mr. Best. But thank you for being on also. But Dr. Lakeisha Knight, you're doing an excellent job.
We learn stuff from being around these young folks, man. I'm telling you. And you know, I'm telling you guys, I know she ain't gonna say something. I'm gonna beg her anyway. Tanisha Glass, you gotta say something. Come on now. As a single mom who built this business, who's now a national director, we don't even know when you hit regional. You just saw the blue pass, director, straight to national. And, I'm not going to be on camera, but at least you can say hello.
Hello, everyone. Mr. Best, y'all know I don't like to talk, so For those that may not like talking to people, you might be shy, you still can do this. I sponsored over 800 people on Facebook, not saying one word, but by doing what Miss Dr. Lakeisha Knight mentioned, just posting on Facebook. So Facebook is powerful. Definitely post. That's all I have, y'all.
See? That's why I end up talking so much. See what I'm saying? I give them opportunity to talk. What they do, Keisha, they turn back over to you and me,
Right.
man. That's it. Say something. But look, but she's telling you the truth. I mean, it's powerful what Tanisha Glass has done. She's always behind the scenes doing so many things. But I tell you this, she is consistent. It's every day. From the day I met her, it's every day. And she's been quiet. She talks way more. Now she's almost verbose compared to what she was 6 or 7 years ago. So in one sense, you just got a whole lecture from her just now. Okay, because 6, 7 years ago, it'd be like, that hello would have been it. Okay, she's still working though, still doing her thing. Full time in the business now. With that in mind, I mean, we're laughing and joking, we smiling. This thing is so serious. I see Miss Jocelyn Burrell down there. And I want you to hear from some of these other women. That's why I'm going to take about 2 minutes and recap what you said, Dr. McKnight. But I do want to let a few people that people don't hear from all the time, but who are around all the time. Like Jocelyn Burrell. Hello, say hello to everybody. And she's doing her own Zooms too. Take 30 seconds and say hello to everybody if you don't mind.
Hello, everybody. This is Jocelyn. Out of South Carolina. I'm in that middle age group. I'm that 55, that one that's worked at 30 years and did what everybody said to do and realized it wasn't getting me where I wanted to be. And luckily, God sent me this way. This is the truth. Go for it no matter the age, because everybody has a dream. Dust it off and let's ride.
Wow. Okay. All right. Fantastic. Well, okay, I'm not going to try to hijack your call, Dr. McKnight and Brother Asher, the gold man. And I know I want to start calling out people. And I start seeing all these familiar faces. I want to call out everybody. I said, down. Just go say what you got to say so we can get off this thing, because I'll be all night. Guys, let me say this. I've been calling this May Miracles. It's been a month of miracles, and the month's not over. Okay, so buckle up. Don't slow down. Okay, Tanisha Glass need to be thinking about executive right now if she's not already there. Okay, if she's not already there, you got 5 days. You got tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday. You got 6 o'clock Monday, and it's within your grasp. Okay, if somebody right there sitting saying, I just got to get director done, or whatever the goal you got in mind, I really believe in my heart one of the challenges in the goal is you're thinking too small. And I've had, I can't tell you how many people I've talked to this month, in particular 4 or 5 who was trying to get director for 2 months. I said, the reason you haven't hit director because that's what you're thinking about. And it's too small. You need to think beyond director, you need to think regional, you need to think national, you need to think executive, and that creative juices would start to flow in your brain, and God will give you ideas and things will pop up and you go, oh, wait a minute. And you'll blow past director like it was nothing. I mean it. And I had at least 4 different people call me and said, I can't. The minute I had the conversation, 2 days later, they got director done. Then they're working on regional, working on national. But they've been working on director for 2 months. I said, because you tell the man you do $10,000, that's not that hard. I say it's not that hard. You go, it's not that hard. And your body doesn't. He said, well, it should just happen. No. But when you set a goal that says, I got to stretch now to get that national done, that's how am I going to put together $60,000 of business? But what you should say is, hey, wait a minute, Wealth Builders Worldwide already, we've done close to $4 million of business this month already. Now, that's impressive. But I know guys whose organization do $100 million a month. See, so it's all a growing process. So don't get caught in that. Let me recap a couple things. Number one, outstanding information, Dr. McKnight. Okay, she talked about tone. Okay, if you got to see, now this is 30 years of practice. Okay, and watching speaker after speaker after speaker or less. I mean, I love to hear other people talk. Okay, I've heard Les Brown so many times, Brian Chase so many times, John Maxwell so many times, Brant, just over and over and over again. Every time I get, I'm playing the audio, I'm watching the audio, I'm watching the video, or I'm going to an event and listening to speakers. And I watch them adjust the tone. And I watch them speed up the tone. And I watched how they command the audience and this is a practice thing. Okay. She talked about you gotta go back and hear yourself. You don't hear yourself the ego trip. He said, I don't like to listen to me. Well, change. Go back and listen to yourself over and over again and ask yourself, wait a minute, did I communicate that the way I wanted to communicate? And then you'll hear the things like, I'm like you now, Lakeisha. I go back in my mind every time somebody say, and guess what? And guess what? And guess what? Guess what is the number one handicap of amateur speakers? I don't know where. See, it used to be basically. People go, yes, brother. Well, basically. And then when they start speaking, they go, guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? And you'll go back and listen to my 1996 Attitude Makes It Happen. I say, guess what? Like 22 times. And by the way, I still ship out the audio tape right now today. So perfection is not required. I can't fire me. Okay, I don't like it. Okay, I've grown from it. Okay, but it's still effective. So don't let your lack of excellence stop you from moving forward. Am I making sense? Don't get so hung up. I'm not going to do anything till I'm perfect, man. Perfection got nothing to do with it. Do something. Let people see your imperfections. Let them know it's real. I'm learning. Man, you go back and listen to Attitude Makes It Happen, and go back and listen. You see me, guess what? And guess what? And when I hear it, I be cringing. I be like, God, dog, this is after like 13 years in the industry. I was still that bad. And even right now, I still go, but I do it on purpose. It drives Mike Delco crazy. He said, Manisha can't stand, I know, but I do it on purpose. What? I do that on purpose because perfection is not the goal. The goal is duplication. That's my goal, is duplication, okay? So, go back and hear yourself over and over again. I'm gonna tell you something else that listening to yourself does. Listening to yourself will inspire you, okay? Because you're hearing yourself say things. Sometimes I go back and I listen to some training thing I did and I go, God, dog, I got to start doing that again. Or I say, I got to do that more consistently. I'm training myself. And it also raises your self-image. When you hear yourself speak, you start to, it does something to you, okay? Anyway, just throwing it out there. Tone thing, brother. Guess what? Go back and listen to yourself. Uncle, in your family, you listen to yourself on audio going, hey, well, he ego tripping. Let them think what they want to think. What you're doing is perfecting your game. Okay? Don't have to be perfect. Okay? Okay. Oh, now branding, in reference to branding, I'm gonna tell you the truth, folks. I've never given it a thought. That's a new millennial. When I say new millennial, I mean age group. That's just something in this new millennial thing. But everybody got to have a brand. You got 100 million people around trying to brand themselves. Haven't done anything yet trying to brand themselves. Okay, it ain't a brand if you ain't done nothing. Okay, so sometimes you got to utilize the brand or credibility of somebody else until you have been established. Then you can kick off your brand. But let's say you just get started in the business and you trying to brand yourself, right? And that means you got 10 people sponsored. Now all 10 you trying to brand yourself. All 10 you run in different directions trying to be a brand. Okay, you got the Worldwide Unlimited over here. You got Superstar Unlimited over here. You got, man, just Mike Delco still don't have a brand, but he does have a brand. His brand is what? Mike Delco, the CEO. Okay, he's a part of Wealth Builders, got a brand. Okay, you need to get some credibility, and where the credibility comes from is what? Wealth Builder is our goal is to help give you credibility. Now, if you bring some credibility to the table and you got some things established that you've done that you can leverage, not everybody has that. Dr. McKnight came to the table, already written a book, already published a book, already done some things. You follow me? So she already had a brand in the developmental stages already. Then she took that brand, added to the Wealth Builders brand, and then what we're doing everything to expand the brand. I promoted a book. You understand how that works. So I guess some people get it all twisted. Okay, come in, they want to have a sponsor, they have made a dime, and they trying to brand themselves. I'm like, okay, whatever. The brand is GSPartners, or the brand is Wealth Builders. And then as you start to, Tanisha Glass is sitting there, they'll sponsor 800 people. I don't know what's her brand. I guess her brand is Tanisha Glaspie. Okay, I have never tried to have a brand. The brand is the organization called Wealth Builders Worldwide. I got this down. Now this is WBW for life cap. Okay, why am I wearing this cap? Because my Wealth Builders cap somewhere else. It's upstairs or something. Okay, but I wear this one too. This is Consu's team. The Consu was sharp. He said, "Oh, okay, I'm gonna pimp this." So he put Wealth Builders for life. Wealth Builders for life. I said, "Oh man, I like that." I went out and got the cap made. I ain't got no problem promoting your brand, okay? Because the bigger your brand get, the bigger Wealth Builders get, right? Okay, it's just a matter of putting the time in together when you want to do those kind of things. I've never spent any time thinking about a brand, okay? I got so many of these red shirts, okay? That's why you see me, every time you see me, I got on red, I got on a blue, I got on a black, okay? I sleep in them, I dress in them, I don't, it wasn't a conscious brand thing, it was, hey, I'm promoting Wealth Builders Worldwide all the time. Somebody in Alabama made these shirts, Cleo Scott's. Somebody Glenn Perkins sponsored. And I bought probably $5,000 of these things. Gave most of them away, okay? And that's a great story too. How did Glenn Perkins, Mr. Perkins, meet Mr. Cox at a gas station? Just stuck his hand out and said, hello. Never come like Glenn's biggest leg, okay? You don't know where he come from. That's why you talk to everybody 98.6 and breathing. Enough said on that. Dr. Knight talk about getting permission. I'm gonna say some other things about getting permission. You never heard me say this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Ooh, we're being recorded. I shouldn't say this. I'm gonna say it anyway. But don't send this recording out everywhere. It's easier to be forgiven than to get permission. In this industry. Now, the only real mistake you can make in reference to this industry and GSPartners, as far as what you say or what you do, the only thing that gets us in trouble, truly, folks, is exorbitant, exaggerated income claims. Really, any income claims of any kind, even the truth, can get us in trouble. So you gotta be careful where you share the truth. I really shouldn't walk around talking about I made $100,000 the first month. I gotta be careful how I say it because that's considered enticement, period. Even being the truth. I could put $100,000 in briefcase and show them I'm not supposed to do that. You can't talk about incomes too much, okay? So, and if you're doing an ad or you're doing stuff on Facebook and Instagram, posting stuff, don't exaggerate the incomes. Say, are you open to an opportunity? The average person, if you approach and say, hey, would you like to make an extra $1,500, $2,000 a month part-time? You got 99% of the population with that. You got a few elites who you got to say, man, I got a serious opportunity for you, where you can probably find yourself making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. That's only a handful of people that will respond to that. Most people were 85, 90% of the population. I was making a good income in 1983, and I responded to, would you like to make $1,500 a month part-time? And it wasn't even $1,500. I was just bored with life, wanted something else to do. And I was like, yo, you're a sharp man. That's why I'm so impressed. You young folks, to get in this industry at 28. Okay, I thank God every day. It took me 12 years to get free, but I thank God every day that I started at 28 when I had that youthful energy. That energy normally you'd be spending in nightclubs, running around, partying. Okay, having a good time, chasing women. Okay, that energy, as Napoleon Hill says in his book, Think and Grow Rich, Sexual Transmutation, you can transfer that youthful energy, young folk, and put in some productive. You'll find yourself living the next 25 years. You'll be playing the next 25. Whereabouts just finding getting busy going to work, you'll find yourself playing. Okay, my wife retired at 32. I retired at 40, still playing. At 40, I could run on the beach. At 66, I don't want to run nowhere. I barely want to run to the kitchen. Okay, see, that's one of the biggest lies one of the biggest lies, myths ever told in America about young folk. You're gonna work, and at 65, you're gonna retire with your pension. You're gonna walk off into the sunset. You're gonna enjoy your retirement. They know you're gonna die within 2 to 3 years of retiring. And that lie rolled for good last 50, 60, 70 years. When you get my age, last thing I want to do is run on the beach. I might walk on the beach somewhere, but I ain't gonna do no lot of running. Okay. ain't gonna know how to jumping. And Val and I did a good time was, where we gonna eat dinner, boo? You know, and we go out to eat. Okay, I'm telling you, but I'm talking to young folk now. This is a young millennial call. I'm telling you, but if you do it now, what other people not do, you will live tomorrow like other people don't. I got friends right now still talking about working 2, 3, 4, 5 years. I haven't retired for a quarter of a century. Them jokers still telling me they going to work. They got 5 more years to work and they're gonna retire at 7. I'd be like this. I'd be like, I'm serious. Okay, that's all I be. You know, I don't. People think I'm kidding when I say to God be the glory. Man, I'm not making that stuff up. I feel so humbled by this experience. I feel so lucky that somebody stopped me at 28 and I had the presence of mind to say, yes, Tiara, yes, I'm in. What I got to do? Show me something, because this I'm doing not working. So, okay, I mean it. Okay, young folks, I'm talking to you. I hope you hear me. I don't care if it take you 12 months. And wait, and then this program, God, you ain't even got to build a network. I mean, when people join you, fantastic, that's great. You'll make some money right now. But Tiara got 1 million coin. Okay, she got a node already. Okay, I got 20 plus million coin. I'm betting 100% that coin gonna go to $1. And I ain't got no question in my mind about it going to $1. Because this team of 100,000 people and growing, we can push the coin to $1. Outside marketing got nothing to do with it. We can make the coin worth $1. We go put 1 million, 2 million people, 3 million people in this program. We would drive the coin to $1 by itself. Our uses of the coin would drive the coin to $1 in the marketplace. So she's a bona fide millionaire right now, just sitting there waiting. If it took a whole year, she'd be 36. Whoa. If it took 2 years, she'd be 37. Whoa. If it took 5 years, she'd be 40 years old with $1 million asset. Most people work all their life, financial planner Matthew Taylor hype in there, all their life, and 95% of people working after 40 years don't have $1 million. Man, that's why I have to change myself. I don't want to get on the calls and talk because I get too cranked up about this thing. And last thing I'm gonna say is posture. Please understand, we got the cookie. Run around begging about, English. Try not to beg people to get in this thing. Don't be begging anyone to get involved. You want to share the information, as Dr. Dominique Carey says, and gather decisions. And pray they tell you quickly, because you got to go to somebody else. Love everyone, but wait on no one. Love everyone. Don't be mean, don't be arrogant, be sensitive, and understand. See, when people don't get into business right now, I almost feel bad for them. I may sound all tough, but I go, oh man. Even when I'm prospecting people, because see, excuse me, and I don't like to use prospecting. I'm gonna change that word. That's what we're gonna do. I just had an epiphany. I'm changing the word from prospecting to, even when I'm interviewing people for a position in my organization. You hear what I just said? Even when I'm interviewing people for a position, okay, in Wealth Builders Worldwide, if they don't smile right, I won't tell them what I got. It ain't hurt me one bit. Like if I met Royal Calhoun on the street, I say, hey bro, what's happening? He give me one of them mean mugs. I do just like he. I go by him. I keep on walking. But I say, hey Roy, hey man, hey bro, what's happening? Hey bro, I'm fine, man. Ain't it beautiful there? Yes, and we start engaging. Hey man, here's my card. I look for people just like you. My name is Ty Best. That's me right there. There's my company right there. We show people how to build wealth from home. Take this, give me a call if it makes sense to you. Got a card or something on you? Yeah, great. I'm gone. I do it all day long. Every day I don't leave this house without a stack of cards in my pocket. I keep a stack in the car. I'm armed and dangerous when I walk out of the house. And I interview people everywhere I go. At church, okay? Not care if I be interviewing at funerals. I be interviewing everywhere I go. Okay? That don't mean I prospect at a funeral, but I'm interviewing everywhere I go. I'm looking for multi-mire. Everybody go, I'm looking for Malta. I'm looking. Okay, I'm open. I'm always looking. I'm interviewing. Because see, watch, you can interview a person. Anyone, what time? Okay. Anyone's ever talked to somebody and after 5 minutes, you wish you hadn't told them about the program? After 5 minutes talking, you said, I shouldn't have told this knucklehead anyway. Okay, so you become a pro, you start saying, because think about it. When you get a new person started, come on now, they get involved for $150, right? So you made like what, $25? Anybody ever asked themselves, was it worth it? see, so some of you, see, it depends on where you are financially. Okay, see, those kind of questions I got to ask myself. Okay, I sponsor somebody and our spirit don't agree for whatever reason. And I'm not talking because we don't agree, we on different places originally. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about just somehow we don't connect. And every when their name pop up, I go, okay. See, am I keeping it too real? That's too real for him, Dr. McKnight, today?
Oh, keep it coming.
Oh, no, keep it going.
This is millennial call. We wrong. Let's go.
I'm just telling you. I got some folks calls and I look down there and go, they don't want nothing. Okay. I'll call everybody back. I call them back though. But I ain't interrupted talking to my son or my dinner, or I'm on the phone with Matthew Taylor. I ain't gonna, Matthew, I gotta call you back. Bob, no, Bob ain't talking about nothing. Or Bob calling saying, hey man, can I get my goal? What goal? What are you talking about? Anyway, are you talking about that program we did last year? Man, we're in 2021. Where you been? You know, I had one talk. Anyway, that's another seminar. I apologize for those who still got some feelings about that. So, and it's okay for you to have your feelings. I understand it. So I apologize for saying that. I got feelings too. And a person who told me, can he get his 2 grams? I said, as soon as I get my 873 grams, you can get your 2. Okay. So what? I said, I got 873 grams over there. I moved on. Well, it's easy for you to, no, it's not easy for me to say nothing. Okay. I just understand that crying about the old saying, spilt milk, don't put the milk back in the jug. You got to wipe it up, move on. Anyway. See,
but it costs more to ship than to get it.
You're right.
2?
See, that's the truth. See, you got to laugh at some of this stuff, man. I know this is serious business, folks, but you can't let, anyway. So what I'm trying to say is you got to get a posture where you're interviewing people. And sometimes you ask people a few questions, you realize, I got to tell you guys a story. Somebody's going to take this the wrong way. Man, this is 20 years ago. This is my last story for them and let you guys go. You know I can talk about this stuff all day. 20 years ago, right? We coming out of, we was in DeKalb County, Georgia. We just had dinner in Piccadilly's, Val and I. And we come out of Val had to go to the ladies' room. So I'm talking to this dude. Now I'm interviewing the dude, right? And Val used to always fuss at me because he says, you got to get their phone number. You got to get their phone number. Now this is 13, 14 years into the business. My wife is still trying to tell me how to do it. Oh, you hear me? Okay, so I'm talking about, I mean, we rolling. And and we full time, we're tired. So we understand, we know what we're doing, but we had these little, we used to call them AMA fights about how to do certain things. Who's gonna be in charge, who run. So I'm interviewing the guy, man, and the dude was talking. And Val knew I wasn't gonna get his phone number because most times I said, I like you to call me back. I'd rather go prospect 100 and have 3 call me back than prospect 10 and chase them down the street. I'm not gonna do it. So I'm not duplicating that way. So you should always get a phone number and try to follow up, okay? So in this particular case, do what I say, don't do what I do. The reason why I say that, because I will prospect 100, but the next person's gonna prospect 3. Now, so we sitting there talking, then Val come to the bathroom. Who is this? I came in the guy, I said, this is Ron. Okay, Ron, I said, yep, and Ron, I was talking. And she said, well, Ron, let me get your phone number. And here's our phone number. And she's gonna take over the conversation. Ron started talking. right? And then Ron said, okay, well, here's our phone number and here's our address. And she goes, and Ron said, look, I just got out of prison yesterday. He said, I just got out of prison yesterday. He says, but I'll be coming by your house and you guys can show me this thing. Now, you got to understand, my little Bushy from the other side of the tracks wife, she freaks completely out. Okay, she freaks out. She, okay, inside, not on side, she's cool, but she's like this. And I ain't say nothing. I said, all right, bro, no problem. She got our phone number, our address, everything. Well, she said, what have I done? I said, I don't know, baby, you running this show? She said, that's just wrong. How you let me? I said, I didn't let you do nothing. You walked into the middle of the conversation and you're just gonna take over. And I just let you. I said, you didn't ask him anything about himself. I already had the guy's name. And the guy just volunteered all that information. Okay. And while I'm on that subject, I ain't got nothing against somebody who done and paid their debt to society. Okay. But I've had to tell these young folks, don't be running around bragging about that. I don't see nothing on the GSPartners application said, have you done time? Have you been to Gladiator Academy? Okay, how much time have you done? Okay, but for some reason, in some segments of our society and community, people wear that thing like it's a badge of honor, like, hey, you know, I did 8 years. Okay, whoa. Ain't nobody asking to go. Don't volunteer the information. We're not, because there's some people don't want to do business with you when they hear that. Don't share that information. It's okay to share information after you truly overcome, become successful, and share that information if you want to, but don't share that information in the process of building your business. You talk to a brand new prospect. Some things, see, why it's not about lying, it's about everything is not up for disclosure. Okay, I say it's the dream, the struggle, the prize. You talk about the dream and you talk about the prize, and you don't tell the struggle until you get the prize. You don't start talking about the struggle until you get the prize, okay? Okay, I didn't talk about the house in 1985 being in foreclosure, okay, until I got the prize. But some folks get these out of context. They think, they think because they tell them, I'm struggling right now. No, no one wants to help you struggle. Okay, I hate to tell you. You say, I got a successful program. Anyway, that's another seminar. But that gets back to my last point, because you asked that point too. Because people ask you, how much money have you made? This is a question they ask new people, because I haven't been asked that question in 25 years. They ask that question because they know you, number one. They know you. These are friends who ask that question. Strangers will never ask that question because number one is impolite. But your family, in fact, they know you, they can say anything to you. And your friends, they know you, they can say anything. Hey, how much money you made, Malta? You've been in this thing all of 5 days. Okay, how much money have you made? Okay, all you talking, you've been in 2 weeks, that made any money yet? Now, watch this. Don't get defensive. Just go pro on them. Look them straight and say, hey, it's not about me. I said, there are folks in this program already making $100,000 a month. Do you see an opportunity for yourself? Don't base your success on what I'm doing. You might be more committed than I am. You might be more talented than I am. You might have a bigger vision than I do. I don't know that. So do you see, and I put it right back on them. Do you see an opportunity for yourself? And if they don't ask that question, probably say, hey, whoa, this may not be for you. Take it away. Okay, it's your business. Take it away. You ain't got to sign them up. Okay, I've been in 38 years. I have not ran out of people yet. Do you hear what I'm saying to you folks? 38 years, there's no shortage of people. Okay, when you make up your mind that you're willing to go meet people everywhere you go, every day of the week, all the time, and you're not looking for 1,000, you're looking for one, and you understand that, man, you get that posture. You feel like King Kong, Hercules, Wonder Woman, Superwoman, whoever you got to be. You just like, what? How much money do I make? That's not even relevant, man. In fact, if I told you, you wouldn't believe it anyway. So that's not even the question. Question: do you see opportunity for yourself? No, you don't. Why does need to know if you know what? Shh, this may not be for you. Don't And then second part of the question, now I'm talking to family and friends. And now every time you get around them, don't be bringing it up. Now, excuse me, you can brand it up, but don't be bringing it up. Okay? Okay, when I walk with my family, good. They I ain't really got, they know my network for 38 years. Okay, nieces, nephews, all they know. And every time they see me, I got a cap on or I got a shirt on. I don't even have to bring it up. Okay, when I walk into a family get together, no one complains about their job. No one complains about not having any money. No one complains about anything. They don't even complain around me. If I'm in the room, whole conversation changes. Start talking about TV, the weather, anything. But ain't nobody talking about their job.
Because they know straight up you finna bring you.
I'm ready. You know, but here's the thing. I don't even say anything. Anyway, I had a first cousin call me yesterday morning. How you holding up, cuz? I said, I'm doing fine, man. Is he okay? He said, yes, yeah, man. You know, all is good. You know, he's checking on me since, you know, Val passed. I said, I'm doing fine, man. It's okay. How you doing? How your wife? How the kid? Everybody's going, okay, great. Come. Now I'm waiting because I know he's going to ask. 5 minutes go by. 10 minutes go by.
Let me hold something.
No. He ain't go that far. No, he's well heeled. He's stocked. He got some money. He got a little bit of money. He goes, so how that business doing, cuz? I said, man, you know you're not interested in the business. Why you asking me a question like that? I said, and of course you know myself. What am I supposed to say? Yeah, cuz I'm struggling. What do you think I'm gonna say to you? He said, I know you're gonna tell me it's going great. I said, well, then you already know. Well, let me tell you. And then he goes in. See, you don't have to go in. You just gotta wait. Gotta wait them out. They'll ask you. Okay. Well, send me a video, man. All right, man. Look, I'm tied up right now. Posture. I'm tied up right now. Okay. When I get back to it, I gotta find that. You know, I got a video right there in my hand, right there. Okay. I get sent over to you. Give me a couple hours. I send some over to you to check out. Okay. I just remember now I need to send it to him. But anyway, I'm just telling you, man, you know, you gonna get there. It's just it might take, you might get there 3, 4, 5, but somewhere 4, 5,000, you're gonna get there. You're gonna realize, man, you need people, but you don't need any one particular person. And you don't need somebody who's gonna be a house in your life. Okay. That's posture. And by the way, and put those folks who you think don't need the money, I'm gonna say it one more time, at the top of your list. Okay. I'm on a Zoom yesterday with a professional, NBA ball player, just recently retired, plays like 16 years in the league. Not Rick Mahorn, but that first conversation we had, I asked him, do you know Rick Mahorn? He said, man, I just got off the phone with Rick Mahorn 2 days ago. Okay. Here's another thing. Lord have mercy. I tell you guys so much. Can I say this to you guys? When I say work like it all depends on you and pray like it all depends on God, whether you believe or not, I'm trying to say that the universe is orchestrating some things here, folks, that I can't even, if I put them together for you, it sounds too spooky. Okay? There's so many things that happen in your life and this thing that you have no control over. And so if you don't believe in God, then you're gonna stop believing in ghosts. So something gonna happen. Something gonna happen because you're gonna say, how did that happen? Or you can just believe in coincidences. Okay? Because it's I got a stir for every situation right now, 66 years old. So anyway, I had a pastor call me this morning. Okay. Now, been in the business for like 2 years. They had me going through Virginia Beach. They live in Richmond, but they had me from Pittsburgh. I didn't know from Adam. Mr. Delco sponsored them. And they said, well, we're in Virginia Beach. We had to take some time off because we just came from the funeral of our senior pastor, Lauren Mann out of Pittsburgh. I dropped the phone. I said, you gotta be kidding me. Lauren Mann is the pastor to Christian Alexander 36 years ago. Coincidence? Divine appointment. You choose. Okay, you know what I'm saying? I can't make this kind of stuff up because normally I wouldn't even get back to it because I'm tired. I'm doing stuff. I just happened to, when I saw that, I called it. I said, "Are you kidding?" She said, "You know Lauren, man?" I said, "Yes." I said, "He was my pastor in Pennsylvania back in 1985, 1983. And when Alex was born in 1985, he christened Alexander right in his church in 1985. She said, "Whoa." Well, that she said, "I was at the church then." She said, "He was our senior pastor. He ordained my husband." I'm like, okay, all right. And I got off the phone. I said, "Man, I don't know what's happening. This thing, there's some strange stuff be going on here, boy." And then you're taking jail with all these faiths that's going on together. Man, we got everything in here, man. We got agnostics in here, atheists in here, Muslims in here, or Israelites in here, Hebrews in here. We got them all in this thing, all across the board. Ain't nobody, look. Okay, I'm saying, you know, I've had people ask, but this is not an overnight thing here. I was asked that same question over 20 years ago by Dick Gregory. We did a seminar with 5,000 people in an organization we were putting together. And Dick walked in and did the seminar. And Dick said, "Dick, we having dinner." And Dick Gregory said, "Tyrone," he said, he said, "Jesse Jackson, a rainbow coalition." He said, "This is a rainbow coalition." He said, "Man, how in the world you get this diverse group of people in the room?" And I said, I found it's real simple. No matter what a person's background, age, ethnicity, religion is, sexual orientation, don't matter. We all got one thing in common. So what's that? Freedom. So what it is, man. Freedom resonates with everybody, anyone on the planet. That's why everybody's still right now thrive to try to get to America for freedom. Anyway, off my soapbox.
Hey, we love it though. We love it.
I say something, I told somebody, I said, I got an excuse right now for everything I'm saying, brother. I said, here's my excuse. I'm grieving. And I said, if I hurt your feelings, chalk it up to I'm grieving.
Come on in, Miss Glaspie. Come on in.
I'm done, man. I'm turning this thing I go to you guys. Hey, Gladys, who? What Gladys?
Me, Mr. Best.
Oh, Tanisha Glaspie. Oh. I thought you said Gladys. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, my 21-year-old daughter is listening, and she kind of missed what you said about how would you talk to someone that you don't necessarily know. She doesn't like talking to people. I have no idea where she gets that from, but she wants to know, how would you approach someone that you don't necessarily know?
Oh my God. Okay. Let me say this to you. That's a great question. One of $1 million skill here is mastering chit chat. Just mastering small talk. You got to become a master at initiating the conversation and chit chat. So let's say, for instance, your 21-year-old daughter. Okay. Now I'm 66. So unless you think I'm crazy, and I saw her at the grocery store and I said, that's a sharp young sister. So she ain't gonna think I'm hitting on her because I'm 66 years old. Unless you think I'm like a 60-year-old player, but I still got to use a certain finesse. And I might see, so let's say she got her hair done a certain way. I just make them I said, girl, I said, ooh, who did your hair? That is gorgeous. And then just to take the edge off, I say, my wife would love that hairdo. Take the edge off. I ain't playing games here. And then I want to see how she engages back. So ain't said nothing about the business. Okay, I'm just engaging into a conversation. I'm interviewing her. And women, man, you see, men, every time especially we approach a man or one, we approach a man, we got to deal with his ego. We approach a woman, we got to deal with her thinking we're trying to hit on her, which in 90% of the case is true. Okay, so, okay, and let's just keep it real for a minute, right? Okay, if about 99% of the time, if a guy say hello, hey, babe, hey, boo, or whatever he will call him today, I'm old, okay, he up to something, okay? So men gotta kill that quickly, okay? I had to stop Val from prospecting 25 years ago, because every time she practiced, some guy think they got her number and she give him that number, and I said, just stop talking to dudes. Okay. Guys, you don't know some of the journey we went through, man. I said, stop. Okay. Anyway, back to your question. I'm sorry. And I segue. Okay. Small talk. Just start a conversation, but don't feel the pressure to introduce them to your business. And this is what happens. Become good at it. So I say, what's your name? What's your daughter's name?
Deja.
So Deja. I said, what's your name? Oh my God. How long did it take to do that hairdo? And she might tell me, she might say, man, this trick, I know some of them hairdos, lady, because I've been married now a long time. 8 hours. Woo! Yeah, I'm my wife, man. 8 hours. I could tell you guys hair stories from right now to tomorrow morning. Okay. And I said, I can tell you some hair stories, girl. You don't even believe that I went through my wife. My wife would get her hair done back in the 80s and 90s when nobody even understood what an extension was. Okay. My wife and Diana Ross. They about my wife, Diana Ross, and Julia, whatever her name is, Dan Carroll. They're about the only 3 people in America knew what an extension was. Okay. So I said, so finding somebody can do it was rare. And I had to start a conversation. And I said, Deja, what do you do? And I keep asking her questions about herself. And I'm gonna tell you, if you're talking to a halfway intelligent person, eventually gonna say, well, what do you do? Mm-hmm. Well, I'm glad you asked. You know what? My name is Ty Best. Mm-hmm. Hey, I run into a brother. I said, hey, man, Shar L. Man, that's incredible. Wow. What's the hat stand for, man?
Golden era.
Start a conversation.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just start a conversation. Okay. Royal Calhoun. I'm walking through Carson, California, running Royal Calhoun. Hey, man, look, I'm new to town. You from around here? Start a conversation. Okay, you become a master at chit chat. Okay, same thing with Glenn Perkins. He at the gas station. He see Clear's Cox. Now watch this. Now he had an advantage. Glenn Perkins was fired up. He just came out of function. He fired up.
Yeah.
I tell you, he just started a conversation. They exchange information. Clear's Cox go home. End of information. End up signing up. Individuals now been with us now for 4 or 5 years. So that's but women, here's your advantage. You can talk to anybody. They won't feel intimidated. They won't feel pressured. An average woman, especially, any woman can talk to anybody. And if you happen to be out there dressed up, got your face on, there ain't a man in the world you don't say hello to, not gonna say hello back. It's just not gonna happen. If you say hello, he's gonna say hello. You taking this out, until they get this way thinking. If you say hello to a man, he go, oh, she likes me. Okay, we goofy that way. Okay, and for you to get a man's phone number is nothing. And then you volunteer after you interview him or her, especially him. You say, hey, man, you know what? You're the kind of guy I'm looking for. Okay, my husband would love talking to you.
Yes, there you go.
You got to clip.
You gotta put that in there.
My fiance, man, he would like to meet you because we're building a business together. Let me give you my card. Or better yet, let me give you his card. But if you're single, let me give you my card. Mm-hmm. Okay? And give me a call. I'll tell you what we do. But interview him first. Okay, and if you tell if the person not serious, don't give him your card. Don't offer them opportunity. But see, we walk past $1 million opportunities all day, every day. Okay, Matthew Taylor, Miss Linda Kelly. What if he didn't open his mouth and say something? I mean, it's great when you can get your cousin, and I don't have any relatives. I got 100 relatives all throughout Newport News, Tidewater. Only time they came to a meeting when my mother was cooking. Okay. I'm saying that because I got people who can bear witness. Lakeisha McKnight, Matthew can bear witness.
That's right.
Okay. My mother cooking. They be all lined up back to eat.
Everybody.
Okay. You don't see them here. I ain't talking about my family. I love them. Your family's your family. Okay. They get a pass. Okay. But my point is the great question, Tanisha, I'm saying, but all you got to do is just talk to folks. And by the way, the first couple of times it's scary. The butterflies, I heard a speaker one time say, it's okay to have butterflies. The key is to master those butterflies and make them fly in formation. You ain't gonna get rid of them to make them fly in formation. And the key to master them is this: when you get nervous, don't think about the rejection, the possible rejection, them saying no. Think about, they're standing between me and that Bugatti. Okay, that no is standing between me and that big house. That no is standing between me and freedom. You got to train yourself when you say, oh, they won't be interested. And then you got to go, but they might be. And that could be my Bugatti. That could be my next diamond. That could be my next executive over there. Okay, it's like when I'm talking full time, say, okay, I'm gonna do $5,000, get these million coins, but what if it don't work? And I always go, but what if it does? I mean, that's all I say to them. They go, but man, if this don't work, I said, but what if it does? I mean, I don't even let them finish the sentence. I cut them right off mid-sentence a lot of times. They go, yeah, but if this don't work, I said, but what if it does? They go, what? I mean, I go right back, what if it does? I say, you've been trained. Somebody said earlier, the whole system, I think Tiara said it.
Yeah.
This whole system is like to take us like we little rats and mice and keep us in this maze and convince us not to do anything, not to be involved in anything that'll stop us from being consumers in this maze. I mean, you can't even go to the bank and use your own money. Your own money. You think it's your money, and you keep thinking it's your money.
They have enough money to cover it.
That's right.
That's all. They didn't have enough money, so they had to borrow from the banks around them to get her money in increments. That's what it was.
Well, look, no, and that's true too. That happened. Tim, my mother friend, went to the bank, and she wanted to get $26,000 out of the bank. They said, you got to come back in 3 days. She said, because they ticked her off. She wanted the cash. I want all my money out of this bank right now, and I want it in cash. Okay, so I'll be right there to get it. And she came with it. They said, we can't get it to you for 3 days. They had to go get the cash to put that much money. I was taking so much cash out of the bank, they started giving me a lecture on it. Okay, Mr. Best, you taking all our $100 bills. I'm like, but they waited for their time and then they closed all my accounts on me. That was last year. Okay, no reason whatsoever. So it is a conspiracy. That's another seminar. But I like the prospecting thing. Oh,
That's
yeah.
Right. That's right. GS lifestyle. Right. That's it.
Got mine too, baby. Look, everybody. That's right.
That bread.
Right.
Yes.
All about Brandon. All about Brandon.
Love it. Love it. Love it.
Well, with that being said, I'm gonna stop just before he get back rolling again.
I got a question.
Somebody got a question, Ashar.
I got a question.
Come on in.
Yeah. So, Mr. Bass,
yes.
You're prospecting and you got your interview and they're signed on. How are you telling? How are you able to know that you're prospecting someone that's going to get busy? Like, what do you look for to know that they're really fired up, they really want to get into it and not just going to sign up because it's free and it shuts you up?
About what they do. That's it. Okay. Watch what people do, not what they say. They say, I'm gonna get my package on Tuesday. Hello, Bob. It's Tuesday. Oh, yeah. I got this done, got that done. Fantastic. Now, Bob, we got a call tonight, training call tonight, or got a presentation tonight at 9 o'clock. Gonna be, yep, I see that. Watch what they do. It's almost like hear what they say, watch what they do. And they're gonna tell you how serious they are about what they do. And when they don't do what you're recommending they do, and what we recommended you on the map, you're not the boss. You can't say, well, you're not doing what you say you're gonna do, so I'm not even calling you back no more. That's not the approach. You go, okay. And when they call you and tell you how excited they are and how great they're gonna do, and they're gonna tear this thing up, you say, man, I know you are, and I believe you. And when you hang up the phone, you go prospect new people.
I got it.
I'm just telling you. See, but see, you're the coach, because it doesn't mean they see. Some people getting started is to talk about it.
I love it.
Okay, sometimes we get hung by the tongue, so we got to talk about it. We say in the business, we still say it's an incubation period. Some folks come in this, boom, they ready to go, they gone. Some folks come in this, they got to sit around for a little while and get comfortable with it. And oh yeah, I'm gonna do it. And all of a sudden, 6 months will go by, and they'll call you, say, I'm ready to go. And they say, okay, I want a BAM, I want this, I want that, and all of a sudden they start doing it. And you go, well, why did they do it 6 months ago? because
Yeah.
they pregnant. The seed is germinating.
Okay.
When planted a seed, and sometimes that seed hits fertile ground and it's gone. But sometimes, most times, that seed hit ground there. If you don't water and fertilize that seed and keep encouraging that seed, okay, or you can dig that seed if you're mad at them because they not making you some money right now. That's why you got to be thinking about them, not you.
Right.
Because a lot of times folks will sign up with you because they like you. They say they like you, Martha. So they signed up. But they're not ready to go because they're getting over the death of an uncle. They're getting over the death of a sister. They're getting over some personal stuff. It's a lot of stuff going on in people's lives. So it's not all the time they lazy, they don't want this, they don't have an ambition. It's a whole lot of things going on. And they like what they saw, they like what they heard, but they aren't ready to take action right now. The first guy I sponsored in this industry in 1983 signed up the night I showed it to him. I didn't know what I was doing. He signed up and didn't do anything for 3 years. Well, he bought the product though. He was a customer for 3 years. And 3 years later, the dude said, I'm ready to go. This is incredible. I can't believe I waited long to take advantage of this thing and build $1 million business in 12 months. And what if I had blown him out anytime in that first 3 years? Man, you're not taking advantage of this thing. You can make $1 million. I didn't say any of that, man. I just went over there, showed his maid how to use the product. Okay. And he called and he placed a $600 order and I delivered the order to his house. And okay. Okay. Look, my hand's itching. Ooh.
Uh-oh.
I go check my back off.
Uh-oh. Money time.
It be in that
Martha.
space. Oh my God.
Yes.
Miss Martha Myers,
Yeah.
can you please do what you do? You can't come in here and not do it right.
You know?
Thank
Just for
you.
you, Queen. Just for you. You know, I do anything.
Thanks.
Whatever. Listen, whatever. There's certain. I am. So I'm in love with this family. There's certain things that if Sherry Brown tells me to start going on live and stop talking so long on the car, guess what I'm gonna do? If Tanisha says that I need to do this and she's a little aggressive, I never get upset with her. I love that she's even talking to me. And then there's this Michael Dalco. Hey, one time I was watching one of your presentations, Dr. McKnight,
Mhm.
and you hit it with the listen, and I said, "Oh snap! That's where I get that from."
You stop picking up stuff. You stop picking up stuff.
Oh, my cousin.
Oh,
But I'm, we
Listen.
have a good time. But let me say something else to you guys. That's a big part of the business. Well, ain't nobody's gonna die here. Ain't nobody getting shot or killed. Everybody's taking these things so serious all the time. It is serious business because there's a lot of money at stake. But man, people got that intensity on the job. They don't need it here. You gotta relax and have a good time. Okay? And understand you do, I'm gonna say one more time. If I can get you to understand that one thing today, that you got the cookie, you never go around to people. Okay? And just relax yourself, man. When that guy showed me that thing back in 1983, how to meet new people, I'll never forget that thing to this day. So certain things are pivotal things in my mind. Go in that bathroom, and we walk in that bathroom, he got a guy's name, phone number, and everything. And he says that's how you do it. Because we're in the bathroom and I'm, 3 stalls there and the graphic thing. But anyway, he starts talking to the dude and I'm going, man, why are you talking to the dude in the bathroom? Making our business, man. Why you? But I didn't understand. I'm 28 years old. He's only 26. The guy teaching me 26. I'm 28. He started talking to the guy standing next to him in the middle. I'm like this. By the time we leave the bathroom, he has that guy's name, the guy's phone number. The guy got a couple kids. And as we walked in the bathroom, he took his car, he said, now see, that's how it's done. He said, and you never go around to people. And if you're not afraid to do that, you're going to become a multi-millionaire. Wow. And I know when he said that, I went, shoot, it's done. It's over. That's all I said to myself. It's over because I ain't never had a problem making friends and meeting people. I said, it's over. It's done. I got this. Because because my bunch of my friends didn't get in. I thought it was over. When he said that, I said, shoot, I got this. And there's no time frame. I ain't got to do it in 6 months. Okay. I know it's going to take me 12 years to get free. But when he told me, if you understand that right there, you should be on this call so liberated. You should have such a sense of empowerment to realize there's 7.5 billion people on the planet. And all you're looking for is one to want to do it. In this compensation plan, I mean, if all my other legs didn't do anything, just the one big leg with Mike Delco, I probably still make 20, 30 grand a month, 40 grand a month. Well, more like 50 probably. I'll make more like 60.
You got gold man over there, baby.
Okay, a lot. Okay, but I got all these other legs. Okay, like the Thompson twin leg. You guys are part of. Well, actually, a part of the whole leg with the Thompson twins.
Right.
And that leg is personally sponsored by Valerie.
Mm.
So I double dipped that leg.
I love it.
Okay. Okay. I mean, and you said, what does that mean? Well, I get paid 18% on everything front line, right? And then Val gets 18% on the front line. So I get 18% and 4, right? Is 18 and 4? Is that right? 18 and 4?
Yeah.
The rest get paid 22%.
Mm.
Oh, told you something there if you didn't know it already.
Mm.
Message.
That infinity.
Might want to get married.
Hey,
Right.
average.
Might want to get married.
Average. Hey,
Let me
average.
stop.
Right.
Oh God, let me stop. I'm having too much fun with you guys, man. I really didn't mean to do all this. I mean to come here. See, that's why I'm trying not to come in. I mean to come in and talk for like 2 minutes and go back, because I probably doing something with Alexander. And you know, Alexander, so when I left, he said, "See you in a couple hours."
See the
dude."
cover.
I said, "I'm serving around for 36 years." He said, "See you in a couple hours, dude." Look at me like this. See you in a couple hours,
Hey, we appreciate it though, Mr.
Yeah.
Best. I mean, you can't control, you know what I'm saying, divine time and divine appointments. So we appreciate every word, every ounce that you've poured into us, because I mean, you are that master teacher. You know what I'm saying? You are that guy we aspire to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we want to be like Mike, but hey, I want to be like Ty. You feel what I'm saying? Like sitting back, relaxing, like that's what I want. So it's definitely appreciated, and we definitely thank you for your time today,
Yes.
big brother. Definitely.
Yeah, I do.
So I guess I'm gonna say a couple little words before we wrap up out of here, because we got about 10 minutes before the 9 o'clock presentation. Dr. Cousin Lakeisha McKnight, you killed it with the branding tonight. This was awesome. This was amazing. Branding, everybody. Hey, look, we already got a brand. If you don't have a brand already, Wealth Builders Worldwide is your brand. GSPartners, G99 is your brand. Like Mr. Tabes just said, if like, you don't have to be first day coming in here trying to brand yourself. You have a brand that you can use and leverage that brand. And as you start to build and as you get successful, that's when you can start changing things up and start working on your own thing. And we're going to support you. We're going to support you. We're going to spread your book around. We're going to, whatever hat or shirt or whatever it is you got, you know what I'm saying? We're going to rock it and we're going to support you. So with that being said, family, I appreciate everybody for coming out tonight. This was amazing. I had so much fun. And hey, I'm going to pass it on over to Mr. Matthew Gardner Taylor. Taylor gang. Take it away, big brother.
Man, look, all these nuggets that were dropped tonight, guys, and it's really all about you guys. So everybody go ahead, turn your screens on. Turn your screens on. We want to see your face real quick, because this is what it's all about. Like, we are literally a community of people that come together and just glean from each other. Like, thank you so much, Mr. Best. Those nuggets, these are the moments, guys, that can literally change the trajectory of your business. So this is why we say plug into everything, guys, because when you get plugged in, you get that power, you get the sauce, you get the juice, and that juice, that sauce that you need will help you get to that one person that you thought you couldn't talk to. Next thing you know, that person changes everything for you. So I'm gonna close with this, like Mr. Best talks about. Give yourself, give your team time to succeed. And literally, there is nothing that you cannot sponsor, that you cannot interview, and they say yes, you're way out of. So just let's go on and do it, family. Let's go on and do it. So I'm gonna go ahead, cousin, go ahead and close this out.
So
Great
again,
job,
everybody, we appreciate you for being here. Please get back with the person who invited you here on the platform or to tune into the stream on Facebook so that you can see what it is that we do. And by the way, listen, twice a day, Monday through Saturdays, we have a presentation that takes place 12 o'clock Eastern time and 9 o'clock Eastern time. And so as a matter of fact, we're about to head on over there. So make sure you ask the person who invited you here for the details so you can get the full presentation on tonight. So with that being said, everybody, ow, and have a blessed one.
Ow, and let's clap it up for
Ow.
Mr. Best one more time, guys. Thank you so much for coming out.
Yeah.
Ow.
Ow.
Dope.
Ow.
Thank